Vansi Vibhushitakara Navanirdabat Pitambara Darunabimba Phaladharostat Purnendu Sundaramukhat Arvinda Netrat Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane Ajnanitimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Divine souls, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. Last week, I had started to dwell upon this verse 3 of chapter 5. Gyeyah sanitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvando hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. So there is two parts. One is the part where Bhagavan says that, oh Arjuna, anybody who has the qualities that he neither desires nor hates, consider him as a perpetual sannyasi. He is all the time, consider him to be a sannyasi. He has renounced this world, even though he is living in the world. He is a karma yogi. He is living in this world, performing all his bounden duties. But he has two very important qualities: that he has no desire for possessing anything, for having anything in the world, and he does not hate anyone. The other part is Nirdvando hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. If this dvanda or duality, dveshti and kankshati, this is a duality. If somebody has no more these pair of opposites, no duality, is free from those, then consider him to be liberated from the bondage of samsara. He is no more bound to the samsara. He is liberated. So that is the end product of the quality of the person who is having the quality of having no desire, having no hate. This is the dvanda, duality, one opposite to other. Raga, dvesa, sukha, dukha, jaya, parajaya, labha, hani, day and night, heat and cold, birth and death. Bhagavan has given all these, mentioned all these dualities in Bhagavad Gita here and there. That is the normal situation of everybody. Everybody in this world who is born to the world, who considers world to be real, to be the one where he lives and performs all his actions, to that, those persons, Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti param tapa. Why this person, why people living the world have these two attributes of having desire and aversion? Because they are all subject to delusion. Ichha dvanda mohena. Moha is the world. That is the delusion. It is the reason for dvanda is delusion. Not only that, Sarvabhutani sammoham sarge yanti param tapa. All living beings in the material realm are deluded by these things. So two things are happening. What we call it, Dudhari Talwar. Two edges sword having both edges. One is that this duality is caused by delusion, and it also causes delusion. One thing is that delusion, the duality is caused by delusion, and once you have duality, it causes dually. So it goes on, and you are repeatedly taking birth in the sansar, dying, living and dying, and that kind of cycle, sansar, it goes on. And from where this moha comes, that comes from Trivirguna. That is given in verse 13 of chapter 7. Trivirguna maher bhave evi sarvamidam jagat mohitam na vijanati mamevya paramabhyayam. That I am supreme, I am imperishable, I am the Lord of the world. These people do not recognize me. Who are those? Deluded by the threefold modes of nature, deluded by these gunas. Trivira mayera bhave, satogun, rajogun, tamogun. These gunas are the cause for the delusion. So you see how one after another, one leads to the other. There is this prakriti, this nature, it's guna. It leads to delusion. Delusion leads to duality. Duality leads to delusion. And the cycle goes on. And you ever remain the bondage. Here he's talking about release of bondage, liberation from bondage. But the one who has got delusion, moha, because of the dvanda, and dvanda leads to moha, that leads to ultimately bondage. So at some place there is need to sever this, break this cycle. The cycle has to be broken somewhere, and Bhagavan has given beautifully at so many places how to break this bondage. And let us examine this. This is theoretical part. Let us see how practically one can take step to get rid of this cycle of bondage and delusion and dualities. We have understood this very well, and I have predicted something like this many times before, and we keep on. We keep this frame of thing of scientific basis of analyzing things in our life all the time with us. We all know very well that there are things in the world which is outside the body. Body belongs to the world anyway. But take this body to be another one part of the world, which is called internal world, and take is the external world, which is outside this body. All these objects in the world, entire object population are in the world outside. समष्टि प्रकृति, सारे विषय जो सेंस ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं, सारे विषय इस समष्टि प्रकृति में है. हमारे शरीर में नहीं है विषय, विषय सब आउटसाइड है. और हमारे शरीर में क्या है? टेंटिकल्स, 10 इंद्रियां, sense organs are within our body. This is our internal world, our vyashti prakriti, in which we have the sense of organs. So objects outside, they attract, they have the ability to keep attracting, and we have the weakness to get attracted. So the weakness in us allows our sense organs to run outside, what is called vahirmukhi. We all talked about several all the time. We keep understanding. We have to understand this all the time, that our sense objects We don't have control over it, and we talked about in chapter 3 and chapter 4 how to control our senses. So if senses organs are not in our control, it will run towards the objects. Objects are not, they are मिठाई के दुकान में मिठाइयां पड़ी हुई हैं. हमको क्यों लालच होता है कि हम रसगुल्ला खाएंगे, हम गुलाब जामुन खाएंगे, रसमलाई खाएंगे? अरे क्यों भाई? Why you want your test thing to have, and not 1, 2, 3, and then later on you feel no more. So that is the behavior, normal behavior, as it happens to those whose senses are not in their control. They allow their senses to run outside toward the sense objects. And what happens then? When there is this contact, either you like it or dislike it. There starts the duality. That is one, whether I should take it or not take it. Now that starts developing between, once there is a contact, this phenomena is bound to take place because you don't have control over your senses. There is nothing wrong in the world outside. World outside is there. Every variety of things are there everywhere. You are not, music of different types are being played. Why you are going to the temple and hear the bhajan there? You like bhajan. Others will hate it, will run from it. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to, no, I have to go to the cinema. Another type of music is being played there. So because his sense organs, all these things are tainted with 3 gunas. The 3 gunas have tended these. If they are sattoguni, they will go towards right things. If they are tamoguni and rajoguni, then again they will be behaving in a way that will put them down. So the question of having your sense organs under control, and the one which controls these sense organs are the mind. घोड़े जो है ना, घोड़े के लगाम है, ये जो इंद्रियों को जो पकड़े हुए है वो लगाम है. That is the mind. It is the mind which is controlling the reins of the horses. Horses want to run away in a different direction which you don't want. But if your mind is under control, then of course you will not allow your sense organs to run towards the objects outside. And that, of course, this depends upon how mind is tainted by the 3 gunas. Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. And that's how the beauty is. You have to get your mind purified. The impurities in the mind causes the sense organs to get out of control, and once that gets out of control, then it acts with the sense objects and goes highway in a different way. Up they go into opposite directions, or they goes to directions which are hurting, which are not allowing your mana, buddhi and chit and ahankar to be with Brahma, because this is all the time running in this direction. And if I have another slide. Okay. Let me explain this similar way. We can look at it in a different way, slightly different. Let us take the Jiva. Jiva, we have all the human body which has got this Bhagavan, the Jivatma, in the alive, making it alive. Prana with that. Then there is Jagat, that is Sansar we talked about, and there is the Lord of Jagat, Jagadishwar. Swami Sivananda Ji, if you read his book, he has gone to great extent in analyzing the world we live in. The type, the one is the Sat, and another is Asat. We have talked about many times. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. Now, in order to analyze in a practical way, theoretically is all right. You can say the one is Asat, but you can so many things. You give them the qualification, Atma, Najayate, Mriteva, Kadachin, Nayam, Bhuta, Bhavita, Bharam. All those things are theoretical. That's perfectly all right. Let us come to the practical part. He says that creation is, this Lord's creation is all over the place. It is all Lord's creation. भगवान ने बनाया है. सृष्टि की रचना भगवान ने की है प्रकृति के साथ मिल करके. Now, one can look at a subjective part. It has a subjective part and objective part. Objective part is that creation which is the Vyasti Prakriti. This is the thing which is the part which is the objective part. And this is the subjective part. So if you analyze Lord's creation is one, there is nothing wrong. If you have a fruit, which is, you look at the fruit. There is a fruit in Malaysia, there is a fruit which a lot of people, they don't like it. And there are others who very much, they're so like anything. They're very much favorable to somebody. There is hate, people hate them. So there are two groups of people, one fruit. There is one fruit which maybe for any other example you can say, there is, say, a fruit, people very much like it, one, other who don't like it. There is nothing wrong in the Lord's creation of that fruit. भगवान ने उस फ्रूट को बना दिया. वो तो फ्रूट है, अपनी जगह पर है. लोग हैं इसको पसंद है, लोग हैं इसको नहीं पसंद है. You can vegetable also talk of vegetable. There is vegetable. What is wrong? It's God's creation. भगवान ने मिर्ची बना दी है. There is a chili there. The chili has its own quality. There are people who like very much and they eat chili like anything. Keep on taking chili. The others who will not like it. So what is wrong with God's creation? भगवान के creation में there is nothing wrong. Everything, irrespective of size and shape and face and color and all these things, सब प्रकृति में जितनी चीजें हैं सब भगवान के बनाई हुई हैं. Everything is made of Bhagwan. We should not have a feeling of hatred or feeling of love and too much for anything. So the creation of hatred, of dvanda we are talking about, the pairs of opposite which is created is not created by Bhagwan, is not created by the objects in the Bhagwan, in the world, but it is the subjective feeling of an individual who hates something. It is subjective feeling of one person who likes something. So the hatred against anybody, a hatred is, see, you can say one person is a krup, ugly. Now, his wife will, for her, he is the most loving person in the world. Because for some reason or other, she feels her in a different way. You may feel that, oh my God, no, such an ugly fellow, who will like him? But for his wife, he's like, so liking and disliking among individuals, if you take them as objects, you should not hate anybody. You should not have any excessive love or raga with, and rag and dvesh. These two are the things which will lead to, which is created by moha, which is created by the gunas. So it is all one after. Bhagavan says you should not be either have hate or have, you must not have nirdvando. You must have completely free from this feeling of duality. And once you are free from duality, what is the duality which is cause of bondage? If you want to release, then get rid of this feeling of duality. No hate, no desire. What a beautiful formula Bhagavan has given. What can be easier than this? If we can practice no kangshati, no dveshti, kangshati, how much? How much more you want to have? One ornament, two ornaments, gold ornaments, diamond ornaments. I have met with very rich people and they get, my God, you are professor, you must be having a very happy life because you must be thinking of new research all the time. In our case, one ornament, another ornament. I am fed up buying an ornament for a person. As a doctor, he was a friend of mine as a doctor colleague. So he said, you have gone to the academic line, you must be enjoying your life. I am having. So he is fed up with the possessions, so much of possession, he is fed up. While I'm enjoying trying to create some more research, trying to get involved in more activity, trying to look towards it. So the question of Bhagwan in this verse, I have several other things to talk about, but time has caught up. So we will talk about the rest of things next week. Thank you very much. I think we should learn from this that God's creation is everything is okay, fine. It is His creation, whether it is a pinprick or whether it is rasgulla. Everything is His creation. Everything is good. We must not have feeling of hatred. We must have feeling of over possession by anything. Na dveshti, na kankshati. Jai Shri Krishna.